जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी कुब्जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी कुब्जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी कुब्जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी कुब्जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी कुब्जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी कुब्जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी कुब्जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। भज श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva. Harinam Sankirtan Namo Sabki Jai Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Maharaj Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Parimanamde Hare Hare Bol. Welcome you all in the congregation, Cyber Congregation Srimad Bhagavatam, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and by the blessings of Vaishnavajan, and because of all of your association, the Nityam Bhagavad Seva is going on as desired by the Lord Himself. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jaya Mudiraye Nashuprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtuki. So, 3.21.17 for recitation today. Sloka says, Lokam sa loka anugata pasumsha hitva tritaste charanata patram parasparam tadaguna vadasidhu piyusha niryapita deha dharmaha. Lokam sa loka anugatan pasumsha hitva tritaste charanata patram parasparam tadgunavad sidhu piyusha niryadapita deha dharmaha. Lokam sa lokanugatan pasumsha hitva traste charanata patram parasparam tadgunavad sidhu piyusha niryapita deha dharmaha. Synonym by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Lokan, worldly affair. Cha and Loka Anugatan, the followers of worldly affair. Pasun, beastly. Cha and Hitva, having given up. Sritaha, taken shelter. Te, yours. Charana, of the lotus feet. Atapatram, the umbrella. Purusapatra, Parasaparam, with one another. Tuat, your, guna of quality. Vada, by discussion. Siddhu, intoxicating. Piyusha, by nectar. Nirapita, extinguished. Deha dharmaha, the primary necessities of the body. Translation purport by Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. However, persons who have given up stereotype worldly affair and the beastly followers of these affairs, and who have taken shelter of the umbrella of your lotus feet by drinking the intoxicating nectar of your qualities and activities in discussion with one another, can be freed from the primary necessities of material body. Om Jnana Timrandasya Jnanajan Salakaya Chakshmita Venam Tasmai Sri Gurube Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale स्वयं रूपकदामह्यं ददाति सुवदन्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु सदा पदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवं च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगण रघुनाथं विद्यातं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितां च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपति गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्तगतन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषमानसते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वांशाकल्पतरु वैश्यकृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाभूतले श्रीमती जयपताका समन्वित नामिने नमाचार्य पादाय नित्याकृपा प्रदाने गौरकथानामदाय नगर ग्राम ताणे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाभूतले श्रीमती भक्तिवेदांत समन्वित नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य तारणे। जय श्रील प्रभुपाद। So we are indebted to the Guru Parampara and fond Acharya Srila Prabhupada that he has given us the engagement at least few hours in a day, if not throughout the life, few hours in a day, that we are getting involved in bhakti. And is admirable that so many are still staying. Nobody has left. Somebody has asked the question, Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, what is amazing in ISKCON? It's amazing. So many came and so many stayed. That's amazing. Because it's not everybody's cup of tea. Chureshadharaha. The bhakti is walking on the sharp edge. If you are little, if you make a mistake, it'll cut you through. You'll bleed to death. So this Chureshadharaha. How fortunate we are. Yesterday we were discussing Janma Lava Param Pumsam Ante Narayana Smriti. The whole purpose of life is to remember Krishna. Okay, let me go to the purport, the exercise of Prabhupada, and then we can talk little by detail. After Prabhupada says, describing the necessity of married life, Kardama Muni asserts that marriages and other social affairs are stereotyped. Regulation for persons who are addicted to material sense enjoyment. Everything is stereotyped. Let us so many of you have a wife and some of you have their husband. You may be loving your wife, you may be loving your husband. It is stereotype. Think for a situation if you have a different wife and you have a different husband. You still love them. Isn't it? So it's a stereotype. Whenever you come into union, you start loving. And the beauty is, the married person running after other wife. Another lady is running after other people. It's stereotype. Why is that? Because to enjoy the senses. And as yesterday Kirtida was explaining, Prabhupada is writing and then was a commentary, this material world is meant for enjoyment. Now, what kind of enjoyment? If anybody is enjoying on the bodily concept of life, he is surely to fail. Why? यही संस्पर्श जब होगा दुख यो नहीं आए आदि अंत बंद कौनते न तेश्वर मते बुझा. Sensual pleasure can give you pleasure for a moment, not like that. But then we should enjoy on the mental platform. Mental platform. Always making plan. Tomorrow I am going to read one chapter of Bhagavatam or one Bhagavad Gita, or I am going to call that person and talk about the Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita or whatever it is. That's one mental platform. That's not the perfect enjoyment. You enjoy. Sometimes you laugh within yourself. And sometimes you think, oh my God, I made such a nice point. How come I didn't know? Then the better than that is enjoying on the intellectual platform. See, Prabhupada has written in English, but actually I am from the village. How the villager will know? So let me write this Bhagavatam in my village language so that people can understand. So this you are enjoying your thing on the intellectual level. But the devotee, they enjoy the life on Atma level, Atma Tattva, Atma level. वासुदेवे भगवती भक्ति योग प्रयोजतः जन्नत्यासु वैराग्यम ज्ञानम च अधैतुकम. This vairagya is not that you are leaving things. Vairagya does not mean that you leave things. Vairagya means reject those things which does not help you to advance in Krishna consciousness. See, we are using all modern gadgets. We have the iPhones and we have the beautiful the computers and this and that. You've got everything. And everything we're enjoying. Again, this enjoyment is on the intellectual platform. Otherwise, everything is matter. And you cannot satisfy Krishna with the matter. But since Krishna is bhavagrahi Janardhan, he understands the bhava and then one can enjoy. So this stereotype is not a big thing. I remember Krishna Chandra Prabhu a few years before he had asked me a question. That's Prabhu, this is our husband-wife relationship. How long it lasts? I said, so long you are conscious. As soon as you lie down on the bed, you sleep this side, wife says that side, you don't know where are you sleeping. So that is our connection.
Where's your voice box? You connected from here?
No.
Where are you connected from here?
No.
No, where are you connected in Zoom? Here, here or here?
Here.
Here. Okay, they're saying the voice is cracking. Can you take it next
Sorry?
to you? They're saying the voice is cracking. Okay.
Is the voice correct? You can hear properly? No?
Okay, Prabhuji, it's okay, now okay. Yeah, now okay.
Okay, I think before Prabhuji, now it's okay.
All right. So I don't know what I was saying. Fine, no problem.
Husband, wife. Krishna Chandra Prabhu.
So I'm saying that, is a stereotype. You get married, you start loving. But for the ladies, there is a big problem in life. When the girls get married, she never gets a good mother-in-law. And when she becomes a mother-in-law, she never gets a good bahu. When she becomes Jethani, the Deorani is the worst of the case. And when she becomes Deorani, Jethani is the worst of the case. When she becomes Nanad, Bhabi is the worst. And when she becomes the Bhabi, Nanad is the worst. The worst of it. When everything is okay, then the house boy or the housemaid is not good. Everything is okay, but the neighbor is not good. My children are going to school. There are so many boys that teach my children. They are the third class children. I don't know how they have brought up their children. So in our life we have only, and what to talk of the husband. Every wife will say, अरे मेरी किस्मत फूटी थी तेरे से शादी की, मेरे तो एक से कच्चे लड़के मिलने वाले थे. और लड़का बोलता है, अरे तू क्या है, मेरे को देख, मैंने देख के भी हाँ कर दी. लड़की बोलती है, तूने देख हाँ कर दी, मैंने तो बिना देखे हाँ कर दी, मेरे को तो किसमें ज्यादा हिम्मत है. Everything is stereotype. Everything is stereotype. Nothing new. So Karda Muni is saying this son's enjoyment is simply the stereotype. And everybody says the same thing. Wife will say, मैं मायके चली जाऊंगी. और आदमी से था, मैं साधु बन जाऊंगा. बनेगा कोई नहीं, जाएगा कोई नहीं. So this is the stereotype. This social life and everything is stereotype. Except me, everything is the worst in this society. Worst. Neither they have sense, now they have intelligence, nothing. So that's why Kardamuni is saying, it's a stereotype. You can't enjoy. If you want to enjoy on the Atma Tattva level, not even the sensual level, or mental level, or intellectual level, Atma level, then only you can enjoy. Prabhupada says, the principle of animal life, eating, sleeping, mating and defending, are actually necessities of body. But those who engage in the transcendental Krishna consciousness, giving up all stereotype activities of this material world, are freed from social conventions. Vasra kim rasa sunnatah, kim khadanti, kim mehanti, garame pasue pare. The sages are saying, what the bellow of blacksmith does not breathe, na khadanti na mehanti, grame pasue pare. The domestic animal or the wild animal, do they not eat? Do not they enjoy? They have everything to do. Everything is stereotype. But dharmo hi tesham adhiko vishesho. Prabhupada लिखा ना, आहार निद्रा भय मैथुनम च सामान ही एतात पशुभि नराणाम धर्मो हि तेषाम अधिको विशेषो धर्मे नहीं ना पशुभि समाना. धर्म, अब बॉडी का धर्म क्या है? खाना खाना है, धर्म है ना. कपड़े पहनने हैं, पति या पत्नी की रक्षा करनी है, बच्चों को एजुकेशन देना है, ये तो धर्म है, देह धर्म है ना. कोई अगर हमको गाली दे, दोबारा गाली दो, देह धर्म, अपने को बचाना है. कोई मार नहीं आया तो अपने को बचाना है. ये सब देह धर्म तो है. लेकिन हम कितनी देर तक कर पाएंगे, इसकी लिमिट है. ज़्यादा ज़्यादा 60 साल 70 साल, उसके बाद क्या? तुम अपने घर, हम अपने घर. So freed from the social convention is where you are in society. padma patra evam vasa. जैसे कमल कीचड़ में खिलता है, कीचड़ से बिल्कुल अलग है. Similarly, we are bound to live in society, but padma patra evam vasa, that we don't get involved, we don't get carried away, we don't change our lifestyle because others are doing it. Not social conviction. We should have a Krishna conscious conviction that whatever I have, whatever I am, whatever I will be, not in my hand. Now if it is not in my hand, then why should I cry? Brahma bhuta prasanatma न सोचते न कांक्षते. लेकिन हम सोचते रहते हैं, सोचते रहते हैं, सोचते रहते हैं, सोचते रहते हैं. क्यों? एवं आतुर चित्तानां मात्रा स्पर्शे क्षयामो भव सिंध पल्वो दृष्टो हरिचर्यानुवर्णनम. हमारी चिंता चिंतन में तब बदलेगी जब हम हरि के नाम का पाठ करेंगे. अनुवर्णन. अगर नहीं करेंगे तो वही बार बार परेशानी, जन्म मृत्यु, जरा व्याधि, दुख दोष अनुदर्शन सबके साथ होगा. राजा हो या रंग, गोरा हो या काला, मोटा हो या पतला, सबके साथ होता है. कल हम चर्चा कर रहे थे, मैंने देखिए साहब, हमारी जो मेन आर्टरी है ना, सबकी कम से कम जो है बच्चों को छोड़ करके सबके सब 50 to 60% बंद होती है. बिल्कुल जो हमारी आर्टरी है 50 to 60% बिल्कुल बंद है. अब किसी किस्मत है वो 30% 30 साल चले, 40 साल चले. हम देख भी नहीं सकते, कुछ कर भी नहीं सकते. तो जब हम कुछ कर नहीं सकते हैं, लेकिन कुछ तो कर सकते हैं. शरीर के अंदर क्या, और हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन शरीर के बाहर भगवान का ध्यान तो कर सकते हैं. ये तो हम कर सकते हैं ना. इसके लिए कोई भेड़ उपेड़ तो नहीं है, किसी की परमिशन की जरूरत तो नहीं है. आगे प्रभुपाद कहते हैं, कंडीशन सोल आर अंडर द स्पेल ऑफ मटेरियल एनर्जी or eternal time, past, present and future. But as soon as one engages in Krishna consciousness, he transcends the limit of the past, present and becomes situated in the eternal activities of the soul. सब बंधन है, सबकी परिधि है. Everything has a limit. You cannot go beyond the limit. But soul can go beyond the limit. सर्वगतः हमारी जो आत्मा है सब जगह जा सकती है. चाहे स्वर्ग हो, चाहे पाताल हो, चाहे दैवी धाम हो, महेश धाम हो, हरिधाम हो, हरिधाम के ऊपर जो है वैकुंठ धाम हो, जा सकती है. तो जो जा सकती है उसके लिए क्यों ना प्रयत्न करें. ज्ञान यज्ञम करिष्यामि सुख शास्त्र कथोज्वलम भक्ति ज्ञान विरागाणाम स्थापनार्थाम प्रयत्नतः. भक्ति ज्ञान और वैराग के लिए हमको प्रयत्न करना पड़ेगा. और चीजें तो आएंगी। आप काम करें ना काम करें, आपको जो प्रारब्ध हैं आपको घर बैठे मिलेंगे, कहीं जाने की जरूरत नहीं है, घर बैठे मिलेंगे। लेकिन भक्ति और ज्ञान विराग के लिए हमें प्रयत्न करना पड़ेगा। नारद कहते हैं चतुर कुमारों के साथ हमें प्रयत्न करना है। भक्ति ज्ञान विरागाणाम, वैराग्य के लिए, ज्ञान के लिए, भक्ति के लिए हमें प्रयत्न करना है। और प्रभुपाद के हर पर्पोर्ट में यही दिया जाता है कि किस प्रकार आप अपनी भक्ति को आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं। द एक्टिविटीज ऑन द लेवल ऑफ द सोल, and soul can be awakened immediately by sarvanavata shokatha कृष्ण। श्रवण करने से, भगवान की कथा सुनने से ये सोल अवेकन हो सकती है। तब कथामृतम तप्त जीवनम, जीवन तप्त हो जाएगा, शांत हो जाएगा जब भगवान की कथा होगी। हम सबको मालूम है, लेकिन वे हर रोज किच किच पिच पिच किच किच पिच पिच किच किच पिच पिच किच किच पिच पिच किच किच पिच। हम भागवत हम सुन भी रहे हैं, फिर भी सोच रहे हैं भागवत के बाद मुझे गाड़ी साफ करनी है, मुझे लॉन्ड्री जाना है, मुझे ये करना है, मुझे वो करना है, बहुत सारे काम। अरे कपड़े आज धुले नहीं है यार, बाप रे बाप, कथा खत्म हो तो कपड़े धुले। भाई देह धर्म है ना, देह धर्म तो निभाना है। किसी पत्नी ने अपनी पति से कहा, मैं आज आपके लिए क्या बनाऊं? बोला गोभी के पकौड़े बना ले। बोले हर रोज पकौड़े पकौड़े, तेल से तबीयत खराब नहीं हो जाएगी? बोला अच्छा ठीक है, तो ठीक है वो छोले की दाल बनाओ। छोले की दाल बताओ कितना गैस लगता है छोले की दाल में? तो कुछ बोल, नहीं नहीं बोलो ना क्या बनाया तुम्हारे, बोलो क्या बनाओ। अच्छा ठीक है तो पनीर बना लो, पनीर से बना। पनीर बाप रे बाप कितनी महंगी है, जितनी पनीर आती है तो बच्चों के बाद स्कूल फीस जाती है। सब कुछ पूछा, बोले बोलो ना क्या खाओगे? बोला मैं तेरा सर खाऊंगा। तो हम ये है क्या है, स्टीरियोटाइप। बोलना है लेकिन करना नहीं है। प्रभु जी ज्ञान दीजिए कि चांटिंग करो। नहीं चांटिंग तो करेंगे लेकिन मन नहीं लगता ना, और बोलिए प्रभु जी, और क्या बोले? जो बोलना है वो तुम समझ ही नहीं रहे हो, और पूछो और बताओ, करना कुछ भी नहीं है। तो अगर एक्टिविटीज हमारे सोल के एट द लेवल ऑफ द सोल, देन यू एंजॉय द लाइफ। Prabhupada is saying that in the material world,
Just 1 second, I just want.
we coast.
Yeah. Co-host? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Sorry. आगे प्रभुपाद जी कहते हैं, one has to act in terms of Vedic injunction in order to enjoy material life. But those who have taken to the devotional service of the Lord are not afraid of regulations of the material world. Such devotees do not care for the convection of the material activity. They boldly take to that shelter which is like an umbrella against the sun of repeated birth and death. So, how do you know what to do? How do I know what to do? So, Krishna very, very kind. Through his devotees, he has given us the Vedas. And in the Vedas, he has dealt with the three modes of material nature. With the learning of the Vedas, if you can transcend from the lower mode to higher mode, the purpose of the Vedas somewhat may be achieved. But actually, the purpose of the Vedas is to know Krishna. Vedesa sarvevam vedyaham. 15:15 Bhagavad Gita. So from the Vedas to know Krishna. But if he doesn't want to know Krishna, even if we follow Vedas, at least we will transcend the lower modes of nature. And once somebody comes to Sattva-guna, then he says Sattvam tu Brahma-darsana. So Prabhupada is saying that we can cut the knot of the repeated birth and death. You know, the whole problem in life, the whole problem of life, be it be social or economical and political and anything, is that I have the body. That's it. Good friends, bad friends, good thing, bad thing, ups and down is only because I have the body. If we have no body, no problem at all. Too much rain, no rain, famine, too much food, no problem at all. So the whole problem of life is that we have the body. Now, do you think we are saying you suicide? No, no, not suicide. But come out of the bodily concept of life. Don't think I am the body. I am the soul, and anything happens to me, good and bad, is not happening to me. You know, if you have a beautiful car and met with an accident, until the car comes back to the garage, you'll be thinking of the car, my God, I don't know, this bugger has hit it. See? Very good. Nothing happened to you. Nothing has happened to you. Even repair cost is being paid by the insurance. Still you are worried. My God, it was so beautiful car, things like that. So we think unnecessarily. Similarly with our Deha Dharma, we are thinking unnecessarily. If I don't care of my children, who will take care of? There are so many orphans in the world. Many orphans. And they have excelled in many fields of the social life. So it's not that it's Krishna. That's it. So we are not saying that you suicide, we are simply saying, come out of the bodily concept of life. Whatever is happening in the will of the Lord, and I'll accept it and I'll enjoy it. Alright? So another one, Prabhupada is saying, constant transmigration of the soul from one body to another is the cause of suffering in material existence. Everybody is suffering, right? Everybody is suffering because we are coming from one body to another body to another body to another body, another body, and all bodies are the same. This bag, Sarira Abhidya Jal, is a jal. Jal means a net that you cannot come out of it. It's only from outside source, if they can cut this jala, the net, then we can come out. Of our own, we cannot come out. Prabhupada says, by friction, one may perform good work and take his birth in a very rich material condition, but the process under which birth and death takes place is like a terrible fire. Vishwanath Das Chakravarti Thakur says, in his prayer to the spiritual master, has described this samsara, or the repetition of birth and death, is compared to the forest fire. Duspurena anilena cha. There is no way you can extinguish the forest fire. If you are reading newspaper, many times in USA, the forest fire takes place and it burns for months together. They can't do anything. It's only if they can please Indradeva and if you send the showers of rain, then only, otherwise you cannot. So the material life is also forest fire. We are burning, everybody is burning. Burning with a desire. Burning to accomplish what they don't have. They may not need it. Like we give an example. You are a householder. If you look at your householder, you may have seen the things which is lying for the last 20 years. Again you say, no, rehne do, kabhi kaam aayega. For the last 20 years, if you have never used it, isn't it? Rehne do, kaam aayega. So this is called our Krishna. It's a forest fire, burning with a desire. I must have it, I must have it, I must have it, I must have it. In my childhood, when I was graduating, there is one boy, he stood for the secretaryship in my college, and he had a Lambretta scooter. Now I was thinking in my life, what a life, having a Lambretta scooter. Brr, go here, go there. So maybe I don't know how many months I was thinking of Lambretta scooter. And that time I did not know to run the scooter you need a petrol. I thought like a cycle, no? If you have a Lambretta scooter, just go ahead. I did not know the petrol is required. And petrol that time was 3 rupees per litre. How much? 3 rupees per litre. Yeah, puri, in whole the month we have not saved 10 rupees. How will you spend 3 rupees? But see the excess, Lambretta, wow. And then, when nobody is seeing, we just go nearby the scooter and touch it with our hand. Now, your desire, material desire, keeps growing and growing and growing and growing. And now, when I came to the Middle East, I thought I need only 50,000 rupees. If I have 50,000 rupees in life and khalas, nothing is required, nothing more is required. But 50,000 has crossed many times, we still have no left. So saying is one thing, acting is another thing. Same thing we are doing in the bhakti. I must do this, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do that, but not doing. I'll do this, I'll do that. From tomorrow I'll do this, here, this and that, and when tomorrow comes, kaka, kaka, pika, pika. Oh God, I'm taking a lot of time. Should I complete it or stop it here?
Please complete it, Prabhuji. Please. Please
Okay.
continue, Prabhuji. We are enjoying the nectar.
Hare Krishna. Prabhupada said, a forest fire takes place automatically, without anyone's endeavor, by friction of dried wood. And no fire department or sympathetic person can extinguish it. The raging forest fire can be extinguished only when there is a constant downpour of the water from the cloud. The cloud is compared to the mercy of the spiritual master. So the material fire, the desire is burning within ourselves, can only be extinguished by the spiritual master. He'll simply say, well, add Krishna to your life. That's it. And once you add Krishna to life, whatever is not required in the life, everything will be dropped. You won't even feel, you don't even think, you don't even comprehend what happened. Automatically, you become righteous, you become devoted, you become happy, you become satisfied. And for everything you say, what a nice life it is. Everything you like. Otherwise, here in the material world, too much of rain, oh my God, I can't tolerate it. Too much of sun, oh my God, I can't tolerate it. Too much of cold, I can't tolerate it. Too much heat, I can tolerate. Everything I can't tolerate, and still we live for 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years. I can't tolerate it. I can't, you're still living and living and living and living. So it's called Bacho Begum. I think Radha Govind was saying, it's called talking of the goat, buck buck. Da, 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 buck buck. Nobody understands what you're saying. So same thing we are doing. I don't like this, I don't like this, this has happened, that has happened, I have problem. Prabhu, I have faced a problem in my life. There was one person, he was walking in the mid-June, he was on the Tarimat road and your feet was burning, blisters are coming out. So he looked up and he said, oh my God, where are you? Can't even bloody provide some shoes for me? He was very frustrated. When he went further, he saw a person, he saying, Baba, give me bhiksha, bhiksham dehi, bhiksham dehi. He saw this fellow had no legs at all. Then he's telling Krishna, okay, forget about whatever I told you, forget about, I don't need, at least you have given me the legs to walk. Forget about the blisters, it's all right. So until we see, our problem is we see the people on high. We don't see the people below us. We never see them. And this is the problem of our happiness. See, this Prabhu can do so many things, this and that, but there are so many people who can't even read and chant. And we never think of them. So these are the main cause of our unsatisfaction is we compare ourselves to the king, to the Vaishnavas, to the Paramhamsas. We say, if Prabhupada can do it, I can also do it. Would you believe it? If Prabhupada can do it, I can also do it. Would you believe it? Matirna Krishna Parto Satova. So what do? We simply do what our Guru has said. Chant. And believe me or not, if you can really chant, nothing more in life is required. There is nothing to achieve in life. Chanting means remember to go Krishna. And that's it. Tesam satatyuktanam bhajatam kirti purvakam tadhami buddhi yogam tam enamam upyantite. You don't have to get buddhi from reading books. Krishna says, I give you. Tene brahma hridaya adi kavi. I give the intelligence. तेषामेव अनुकम्पार्थम् अहम् अज्ञानजं तमः नाशयामि आत्मभावस्तो ज्ञानदीपेन भासते. The knowledge of the light of knowledge, I will lit it up in your heart. So what do? Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Prabhupada said, by the grace of a spiritual master, the cloud of the mercy of personal Godhead is brought in. And then only when the rains, Krishna consciousness, falls, can the fire of material existence be extinguished. This is also explained here. In order to find freedom from the stereotyped conditional life of the material existence. Doesn't matter what you do. What is in your mind, that matters most. Whether you are worshipping or you are reading, what is in your mind? There is a devotee. He served the altar of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu for almost 6 to 7 years in Vrindavan. And after some time, he was implicated in a murder case because of some property dealings. So it doesn't matter where are you standing. It doesn't matter what you do. What are your feelings about? Do you really still want to accomplish? Do you still want to need everything in life? And if you do, the problem will surely come. And problem comes will an uncalled for. So bhava grahi Janardhan. Even if I cannot read one sloka, even if I can't do anything, if I can chant very sincerely, everything is going to fall rightly. And I'll get my dues, you'll get your dues without even asking for. Like sometimes fever comes, sometimes the corona has come, this has come, uncalled for. It comes of its own accord. What do? Either tolerate or take precaution. So better take precaution. This Hare Krishna Mahamantra is actually anesthesia for our body, that even something goes wrong, will not feel. So bhava grahi Janardhan. Lastly, Prabhupada is saying, one has to take the shelter of the lotus feet of Lord, not in the manner in which the impersonalist indulge, but in devotional service, chanting, and hearing of the activities of the Lord. Sarvanam Kirtanam. Only when can be freed from the action and reaction of the material existence. It is recommended here that one should give up the conditional life of this material world and the association of the so-called civilized human being who are simply following in the polished way the same stereotyped principle of eating, sleeping, defending and mating. Chanting and hearing of the glories of the Lord is described here in as Guna Vada Siddhu. Only by drinking the nectar of chanting and hearing the pastimes of the Lord can one forget the intoxication of material existence. Dehatma buddhi. So long. Now somebody might say, well, if there is a pain, yes, so tolerate it. You have not invited it, but it's coming. What can you do? Simply tolerate. Matra sparshashu konteya shitoshana sukha dukhudaha agamapaino nityam tamsa tidikshasva bharata. Try to tolerate. My Lord, my Govinda, my Krishna, He never put me in a difficult situation. And if at all He does, He will only give that much of pain. Whatever we can tolerate. Sometimes I joke with my wife. You see why my accident took place? Why not earlier? Because earlier we had no money. If earlier would have taken place, I would have no money to get myself treated. And when I had money, at one stroke, we just deposited 4 lakhs of rupees. One stroke, I have money. So Krishna is very kind. He said, no. Earlier one, the poor fellow will die. No. When he has everything, then I'll give him. So he gives. And the pain, it took only 5 years to recover. How much years? 5 years. So if Krishna is giving, what can you do? Simply tolerate. And tolerate and tolerate. So here, Kardama is saying, everything, nothing should be stereotyped. Persons who have given up stereotype worldly affair. Like we are talking of rituals. And the beastly followers of the affair. And beastly means unnecessarily ignorance. Not knowing. You must have seen sometime if you are watching these natural, some movies are there. You see sometimes 2 goats are fighting and behind there is a lion. And he just jumped and take one of them. And they don't know that, okay, what are we fighting for? You must have seen sometimes children. They fight for a small pencil, one piece of paper. They can tear one of those clothes, pull their hair down. For what? One small piece, which has value nothing. Similarly, we fight and demigods laugh at us. Oh, see this fellow, Krishna Chandra Prabhu fighting his wife for what? They are doing from top. Arey Baba, don't waste your time. Sorry, I'm just giving an example. Huh? Even without wife, everything. So they laugh. Because it is uncalled for. What are we fighting for? We should fighting for existence. We should fight for how can I revive my Krishna consciousness. That's all in life. That's what we require. That's what one should have. Rest, everything is a waste. Any amount of gold, any amount of property, any amount of bank balance is zero. Dhana, you know dhana? Dhana. And after that we are called Nidhan. साहब का निधन हो गया. पहले धन था, धाना, बेचारा निधन हो गया. ये लाइफ है. तो यहाँ कहते हैं कि भाई कुछ नहीं कर सकते, भगवान का मनन चिंतन तो करो. और इतना शानदार है मनन चिंतन. आपको बिस्तर में लेटे रहो, गाड़ी में चल रहे हो, प्लेन में जा रहे हो, आप टॉयलेट में हो, आप कहीं भी हो, मीटिंग में बैठे हो, लोग बात कर रहे हैं, आप बोलते हो अपने मन में हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम राम. So simple, isn't it? It can never ever have this kind of facility in any other yugas except Kali Yuga. So let us take the advantage of this age and keep chanting. Even when you are eating prasadam, keep chanting. And then you will enjoy your life. So life is meant for enjoyment. Though we are saying dukhalayam, of course dukhalayam, but not for those who are Narayana Parayana, who are Krishna Parayana, or who are Guru Parayana. For them there is no problem. So with this, I'll come to them. I think, oh my God, I've taken too much of time. Guys, you should have stopped me. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.